Morning, it's Wednesday, and we're back, and we're going to use some bands. We've got our long bands, we've got our hip bands, and our weight today. Oh, also, get a chair or something that you feel stable stepping up on while you're doing this. So as long as we have all that around, we'll be good to go. So bands, hip band, regular band, and a chair and your weights to step up on. All right. I'll give you guys a moment to gather that up. And once we do that, we'll get into a little mobility stuff. Start in about 20 seconds. We can get that timer going. Keep us on track. All right. Hopefully it's giving you a bit of time to find what you need to find. Let's get going. Let's start with a little bit of a quad stretch. We're going to step forward, pull that right foot up. You're going to try to bring that heel towards your bottom, squeeze your glute so that knee comes back just slightly. Then we're going to step forward with that right foot. We're going to step forward, then push that left hip forward, reach up, and then reach back. We'll stand up nice and tall. I'm just going to turn around the opposite way, pull my left foot, squeeze that glute so that knee comes back towards that wall behind me. I'm looking for a nice little stretch in the front of my leg. And I'm going to step forward, push my right hip forward, reach up, and reach back. We're just going to keep doing that. So reach, grab that foot, get a nice little quad stretch. Step forward, push that left hip forward now. Little hip flexor stretch. Reach up and reach back. Stand tall, turn the other way. Let's go to the opposite leg. Really enjoyed Adam's little breathing thing that we did on Monday. I learned that you should not do that in the car, Adam. Don't try that as breathing exercise while driving a car. Get a little dizzy. So I had to stop at 10.
Can we do that again? Because I missed some of that when I got a phone call that day, and so I wasn't fully present during that little session.
Sure. How about Adam? Maybe the last few minutes of that sesh, 5-6 minutes of the sesh. Would you like to lead us again in that breathing exercise? We're going to do one more stretch on this leg. Awesome. Thank you, sir. We'll go with this leg, and we'll return back to the opposite leg. I'm just trying to get you guys a couple different stretches, getting that quad ready, getting those hip flexors ready. All right, we're going to go to a down dog position in a moment. So we're going to plank. Start in that plank position, wrists go into the shoulders, push the hips back, keep your legs straight. Now in a moment, I'm going to step my leg up into that pigeon pose position. So now my right leg is up. I'm going to bow down, get a nice little stretch in the glutes. Now you can change that stretch by bringing your chest towards your knee and or towards your ankle. And I'll put both hands back down. Bring that foot back in a plank position. Down dog. I'm going to take a big step up. Bring that left leg in. Bring my chest down. Get a nice little pigeon pose stretch here. Hold it and then pull my leg back. Down dog. Bring that leg up and in. Get another stretch on that hip. Back to down dog. Step up again. Bring that leg back. Down dog again. Let's go. One more time on each side. Let's bring that right knee up. And step back. Down dog. Last time here. That left leg. Bring that chest down. Okay. All right. Let's get going. Let's kind of start moving right now. So we're going to start with our band, the long band. Now, the further we choke in, the more challenging it's going to be. We're going to start with band pull aparts here. Okay. And so all that is reaching out in front of you. We're going to start about just below chest. And we're going to pull that band as far as we can, trying to break it, bringing our shoulder blades together at the back. Okay, we're gonna let the hands come back out in front of us, keeping a little bit of tension on the front and pull. Okay, we're gonna do that 10 times, keeping our hands just below that chest. Try to get a nice little squeeze in the back where our shoulder blades meet. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake them out for a moment. We're gonna go just above the chest now, okay? So right around that collarbone is where our hands are gonna be. They're gonna pull all the way back. It's almost gonna come to the bottom of the neck. Pull again. We're doing 10 more. 3, 4. Now, if you need more of a challenge, you choke your hands in just slightly closer. 7, 8, 9, finish out your 10. Shake out those shoulders. Now we're gonna find our belly button. Where's your belly button at? We're gonna keep our hands belly button height. So we're gonna start a little bit lower. We're gonna return back to the same position. Pull those bands back towards your belly and right back out in front of you. We've got 10 there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If it gets too challenging for you, choke out about an inch. Good. Shake out those shoulders. Excellent. All right, my friends. Grab your little booty bands. We're going to roll through this real quick. Above the knees or below the knees, your choice. You've had your band for quite some time now. We're just going to work for the length of your mat, however long your mat is, and back. All right. So we're going to start feet just outside the hips. Keep those knees wide, because if you can keep your feet wide as you want, but if the knees collapse, we're not going to get any activation here. So try to keep your knees out as wide as you can, and we're going to work our way forward and backwards, the length of your mat, and you're going to go for 20 seconds. That's it. Just trying to keep your knees out there, warming these guys up, and then work your way all the way back. Should go by fairly quickly. There you go. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Nice. We're going to face one wall or the other. And 5, 4. We're going to work our way down and back laterally for 20 seconds. Break that band. Lead with the knees. Again, if you just step with the foot and the knees do not move, okay, we're not doing justice for those hips. 10 seconds in. Let's move back the other way. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to start feet just underneath the hips. We'll step out at 45 degrees. Step, try to break that band. Tap those feet back underneath each other, or tap your feet underneath your hips. Okay, so we're going to go 45 out, 45 out. 3, 2, 1. Step out 45 degrees. Tap that foot underneath you. Step 45 and back. Step, try to break that band. Step, try to break that band. Tap. Good. Work your way back. We're just going to keep facing the same way. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent, my friends. All right. We're going to go to little calf raises again. So we're going to keep working those nice calves that you have. And we're just going to use a wall, lean up against it. I'll come over to this wall here. get my body about 45 degrees. Now I'm just gonna not let my heels touch the ground after we start in this position here. So we're always gonna turn heels up off the ground about halfway. All right, so we're gonna go all the way up, halfway down, okay? And we're just gonna go for 20 seconds. Here we go. 20 seconds there. Little calf raises. Try to get as high as you can. Once we're all done there in 5 seconds, we're gonna reverse it. We're gonna use those other dorsiflexors. 3, 2, 1. Good. Lean up against that wall now. Button back nice and close. Heels about a foot away from that wall. We're gonna go in 5. We're gonna bring the toes up to your nose. So just bringing the toes all the way up to your nose. Tap the ground all the way up to the nose again. All right. So you get the front of your shins nice and warm. Got 5, 4, 3, 2, and shake them out. So we're gonna hit everything up one more time, and then we'll be done with that. All right, grab your bands. Let's go below the chest. Hands start here. Press out in front of you, and let's pull to your chest 10 times. Try to pull, squeeze those shoulder blades back in the very back every single time. Get your 10. Then we're gonna go just above your chest, okay? Wherever you're at, just above your chest. Finish it around that collarbone. Here we go, get 10 good ones. Should get nice and warm in the shoulders. Good, shake them out if they're getting really warm. Let's find that belly button. We'll reach out in front of us and pull straight back to that belly button every single time. Hit that target. 8, 9, and 10. Good, shake it out. You can put that little band aside now. Let's go grab our little hip band and we'll step in on that. We'll do 3 positions, 20 seconds each for a full minute. So we're going to start that little monster walks in 5, 4, 3, knees out, push them out and away from you. And let's do our little penguin walk. Monster walk, penguin walk. Up and back. We're 10 seconds in. Let's work our way back. Keep breaking that band. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Let's go lateral walks now, down and back. Big breath in, big breath out. We got 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's step out and break that band. Step and break. Work my way this way so you guys see me a bit better. 3, 2. Let's go the other way if you haven't. Step, break that band. Don't let that knee collapse in. Try to keep the legs parallel and rest. Woo. Getting warm back there. All right, last one we're gonna do. Step out of that 45-degree angle. Tap the feet back underneath you. So start the feet under the hips. So we're stepping out, 45, tap that foot underneath you. Step, break it, tap that foot underneath you. Step and break. Step, break, step, break. Work your way back. Good. 3, 2, rest. Nice. All right, all done with that. Using that wall again, let's go to that 45-degree angle with the body. Heels will be up off the ground. Let's kind of get to the toes. In 3, 2, 1, 20 seconds of just up and down, up and down. Yeah, 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and rest. Button back, you're gonna go up against that wall. Heels about a foot away from that wall. And 5, 4, pulling the toes to the nose. And here we go. Flip them. Tap the ground. Tap the ground with your feet. Toes to the nose. Three, 2, 1, and let's rest, my friends. Nice job. All right, let's take a little breather. We'll get started in about a minute. That's a good time to find your bench and or chair, whatever you're going to use. All right. So we're going to start off with a little bit of a step up. So we're going to step in that rack position. You feel comfortable enough there. So I'm going to put this in my right hand. So this is weighted. We're going to put this weight in my right hand. We're going to put my right foot on top. We'll stand up nice and tall and punch up towards the ceiling at the top. Okay, both feet are on top of that bench. Step down, take your time on the way down. Chest comes slightly forward, driving that foot through the middle of the chair, bench, whatever you're using. Standing tall and pressing, okay? Taking your time as we come back down, especially, okay? So that's gonna be our movement. And we're gonna go for 30 seconds on that side. It's 30 seconds, we'll take about 30 seconds off, and then we'll go to the opposite side. So if you have a chair, if you're using a bench, anything like that, always make sure your foot's right in the middle so it doesn't flip over on you. All right? So grab your weight if you want to wait. If you don't want to wait, that's okay. You can just go body weight for now. We're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's rack it up. Stand up nice and tall and drive that hand up. Still thinking to keep the ribs stacked over the hips, especially as we stand up overhead. Five more seconds. Finish out one more repetition if you can. And come back down slowly. Take a small break. We'll load that other side. Get that other foot going. 5, 4, 3, 2, left hand, left foot on top. Here we go. Step and drive it up. Thinking about finishing at the top of that press with that bicep right next to that ear. As we stand, drive through the middle of that foot. And all we're gonna do, go for that time limit, but also try to match the repetitions that we did on the opposite side. I have one more. And then we're gonna bring everything down nice and easy and rest. Excellent. Big breath in, big breath out. We're gonna go back and use that wall again, okay? We're gonna go to a nice little wall sit position, but my back will not be on the wall. So knees will be just over my ankles. I'm gonna squeeze my weight, try to crush it with my hands, and then just do a nice curl. So all the way down at the bottom, give it a nice little curl at the top. So here, if you want a bit more weight for your curls, for your biceps, you know, go for it. But that'll be our next movement. Little static hold with the legs and a bicep curl at the bottom, okay? Always extend those arms at the very bottom. 5, 4, 3, 2, let's do it. Good. Nice little squat hold. Get those quads to fire. If you can, get your thighs parallel to the floor. That's going to ask the quads to work a bit more in that position. Get a good squeeze at the top, hold it for a moment, and right back down. You got 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and rest. Let's set that down. Nice job, you guys. Whew. All right. We're going to work on that core just for a moment. Now, depending on if your wrists are holding up okay, you can go to a plank position on your hands. If your wrists are not so happy, you can go to your forearms. So the job is to always keep the hips locked in at this moment, okay? So from this position, we'll have a wide stance with our legs. We'll reach out as far as we can, tap that weight. But before we move that arm, we're gonna lock the hips in, squeeze the legs, put all the pressure in this hand, the one that's gonna be staying on the ground, and tap. Not letting the hips move side to side as much as possible. They'll shift slightly, and that's okay. But let's try to limit that range. Should always look like we're in that plank position. Only thing that's moving is our shoulder. All right, we're going in 5, 4, 3, 2. Now let's move with some purpose of locking those hips in before we move. Tap, bring it back underneath you, tap. So it's not about how many taps you get. It's about trying to lock those hips as you go to that tripod position. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and let's rest. Good. Those are our 3 little exercises we're going to play with at first. Step up and press, static squat and bicep curl, and then plank taps. We'll get going pretty soon.
I like this stuff, man. It's a good little series.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad you guys can still hear me. I got worried for a moment. All right, in 5 seconds, go back to your weight, go back to your chair. We're gonna come up, put that right foot on. Weight's going in the right hand in 3, 2, 1. Drive your right foot into that chair. Try to make that right leg do most of that work as we stand and not push so hard off that left leg, right? The leg that's on the ground. That's just there to tap the ground, but try to make that right leg do most of that work to get you up there. Three, 2, let's finish out one more. Think about how many reps you just got there. Come all the way back down. Take your time. Big breath in. Should be a good challenge for those legs. We're asking one leg to work really hard while the other one just kind of stabilizes us on the bottom. Give yourself a big break. You're gonna go in 5, 4, 3, left hand. Put that weight in there. Let's do it. Drive up. Try not to push off that bottom leg that's on the ground. If you need a little push, that's all right. We'll go slow. And again, that leg that's on that bench does the majority of that work. Match the number that you just did on the other side, and then rest. Good. Whew, shake it out. Now, how do those wall sits feel for you? Hopefully pretty good, and the legs felt strong through that 30 seconds. All the work that we've been doing with you guys, I hope your legs are feeling strong. Grab your weight. If it was too easy, challenge yourself. You know, it's always good to get better, a little stronger. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, Let's find those legs at 90 degrees. Stay low. Get that nice curl. Extend those arms all the way down to the bottom. Give that nice squeeze at the top of that curl. Might be a little shake in the body or the legs. That's good. These are working. 30 seconds isn't that long for you. If you're just joining us, you can always bring your bottom up a little higher and it'll make it a bit easier. And rest. Nice. All right, guys. Big breath in, big breath out. Let's work on locking those hips in. Plank position. Now, sometimes our plank, our hands are shoulder width or wider. Sometimes you can bring them in a little closer if you're having trouble stabilizing the hips. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. But let's focus on that wide stance and not letting those hips move as we tap. Take your time. Once again, lock and then move. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the glutes, tuck those hips, make everything tight. And if I came and looked at you, all I want to see is those shoulders moving. Shoulders and arms. Everything else should look like you're still in that plank position. 3, 2, 1. Very nice, guys. Excellent. Good. Take a breather. We're gonna do that all one last time. One last time. We're gonna take 30 seconds off. So don't go too far. Keep your water nearby. Keep your drink nearby. All right, here we go. 5 seconds. Get your weight ready. Rack it up. Step on. Drive up. And reach for the ceiling. All that pressure goes on one leg. I'm going to come by and finally watch you guys. Good. Load that one leg. Try not to push off that bottom leg. Try not to push off that calf. 3, 2, 1, and rest wherever you're at. It'll take about 15, 20 seconds. Take a big breath in, a big breath out. We're gonna go to that opposite side. In 5, 4, 3, 2, let's do it. Good, Denise. Try to drive all the way up, step all the way up nice and tall with that left leg, and then put that right foot on. All the way up, good. Extending through. Nice job, Sylvia. And we're gonna match that same, the repetitions as we did on that opposite leg. Nice work, Adam. 3, 2, 1. Finish it out wherever you're at. All right, we're going to that static hold. Give yourself a moment. Big breath in, big breath out. Get some more oxygen in that body. There you go. High knees up against that wall. Heels underneath the knees. Squat down, grab your weight. You're going in 3, 2, 1. Extend those arms. Give it a nice curl at the top. Try to crush that weight with your hands too. Makes it a little more challenging without trying to hold the weight, but crush it with your hands. Squeeze it together as if it's a coal, and you want to make a nice little diamond out of it. And then you can sell it on the market for a non-blood diamond. Huh! I make myself laugh. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. Plank position, anti-rotation.
Pete, we'll get you a
Okay.
laugh track next time.
Good looking out. 5, 4, 3. I laugh for myself, so I'll be okay. Let's do it. Plank position, lock it in, tap that weight. Move with purpose, lock those hips before you move that arm. Put all that weight into that standing arm before you move the arm that's moving. Tap and pull it back in right where it started from. Don't let those hands wander out too far in front. Nice. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Nice. All right. A little breather. A little breather there. Get a quick sip of water. You're going to take a minute off. While you're getting your break, I'll show you what's next. We're going to go into that lateral lunge position. Okay? So lateral lunge, we're going to travel to the right. We're going to travel to the left. Okay? So we're going to get about 2 steps to the right, 2 steps to the left. If you have 2 weights that are doable for you, you can do that. If not, I'll show you how to do it with a single. So we're going to, if I have my weight in my left hand, I'm stepping out to the right. So I'm going to step, frame my shin with my front arms, with my arms, I guess. We're going to drop my hips back, chest goes forward. Stand on that leg only, okay? Try not to push off that outside leg. We're going to step, drop, frame the shins, stand, switch. Okay, I'm going to switch my hands now. So step, drop, and stand. Try to make the leg that's bent, this front leg, to do all that work. Okay, so we're going to 2 down, 2 back, 2 down, 2 back. Okay, you're going to go for 40 seconds there. So that'll be your first movement. Okay, the next one will be just a nice little squat and an overhead press. You can use 1 weight, you can use 2 weights. That's up to you. So it's going to look a little like this. Keep that thing in that rack position and squat it. Touch the elbows to the thighs. Press up nice and tall. Finish with the the biceps right next to my ears. I'm getting heckled over here by some guy, some random, but yeah, I should put it. Here you go. Keep it up. Meet Evan. Oh, you gonna run away? He's twerking for me. It's making me laugh. So there's your 2 exercises, and we got a third one. Okay, we're gonna go back to our backs, and we're gonna do a nice little windshield wiper. So we got 2 different versions. Here's the modified. We're gonna go legs at 90 degrees, arms out to the sides. We're gonna keep our knees and our feet together, roll out to the side, about 2-3 inches from the floor, pull everything back up. Pull everything back up. Now, if that's too easy, you'll extend those legs up nice and long, roll out, a few inches from the ground, pull them back up. Keep the feet and the knees together. Okay, so everything's gonna go for 40 seconds this round. All right, you got 2.5 minutes off. Let's get it going. So this is in my my left hand. I'm stepping out to the right in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 2 steps. Step, drop, frame that shin with the hands. Stand up nice and tall on that right leg. Step, drop, make that right leg do all that work. Now I'm switching hands on the way back over this way. Step, drop, frame the shin, stand up nice and tall. Step, drop, try to keep that nice long spine, even in that bent over position. Step and drop. Step and drop. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So wherever you finish, so if you started down here, you're always going to finish down on this side. All right, grab your weight. You might want a larger weight for this one, The legs will move a lot. So try to find one of your heavier weights because we're just gonna push overhead with one weight. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, bring that up to that rack position. Squat it, touch the elbows to the top of the thighs. Press up nice and tall. Try to push your head through the window. Bring it back to that rack position. Tap and press. Tap and press. Now, if it gets heavy, you can make the legs do more of that work, right? 3, 2, 1, and rest. On those windshield wipers. Big breath in, big breath out. Arms out, nice and wide. Give yourself a good base. We're gonna get going. 3, 2, 1. I'll show you the modified again. Knees bent. Keep them at 90 degrees. And we're trying to work those obliques. About an inch or two from the ground. We're gonna bring those knees back up to that neutral position. Now, here's the regular. Just trying to keep the legs a little longer. It increases the leverage. It makes it more difficult to bring those legs up from that bottom. Stay with it. You got 10 more seconds. Big breath in. Big breath out on the way up. Last one here. And take a little breather. All right. Big breath in. Oh, by the way, we're only doing 2 rounds of this. Here we go. 3, 2. Weight goes in that left hand, stepping out to that right. Here we go. Frame it and stand. Frame it, stand. 2 one way. Let's go 2 back the other way. And don't forget the side that we started on, we're gonna end on that same side. So if you started down on this side, we'll end up down there. We're just going for 40 seconds. Try to make this front leg, that bent leg, do all that work. Try to almost lift that back leg up. So this front leg does all that work and rest whenever you get back to your beginning spot. Whew. Big breath in, big breath out. We'll go those squat overhead presses. Squat and overhead press. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's do it. Rack it, elbows to the thighs, press it up. Bring it back to that rack position. Nice job, Denise. Looks good. Sylvia looking solid. Nice, Brenna. Good work. Adam, well done. Keep it up, my friends. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Nice work. All right, windshield wipers on your backs. Here we go. 5, 4, hands out nice and wide. Let's do it. Roll those legs about an inch or two to the floor. Try not to let the knees or the feet hit. Challenge it. If that's too hard, just don't go down quite as low. These are slow, controlled movements. Take your time. That's quite a bit. Keep pressing those palms into the floor. Drive those arms into the ground. 3, 2, 1, and then rest. Nice. Well done, you guys. Big breath in, big breath out. We're going to save this last bit of time for some breathing exercises that you guys all asked about, or at least Denise did. So, you know, being such a small class, I'm into it. That's what it's all about. So, get your water real quick, or keep it near you. And then Mr. Adam will be our guest and help close us out.
Okie dokie, everybody. Okay. So, quick, short rundown. You just need to sit down, lay down. Either one's fine. Eyes open or closed, doesn't matter. We're going to do, first of all, you can find this all over the place online. Highly recommend it to do it on your own time. It's very helpful to work on your breathing. And there you can find podcasts and all kinds of cool stuff about breathing and folks that are much more into it than me. But hopefully this gives you a little peek into breathing techniques and how they can be beneficial to you personally. So real quick, we're going to do 30 breaths, okay? 30 breaths in and out through our mouth pretty quickly. The reason why we use our mouth instead of our nose is because you can get all that air in there and out of there quicker than you can via your nose. And then we're going to hold our breath on an exhale, okay? Holding on an exhale. So that 30th breath, exhale all your air. I don't want you to go so far that you're like really trying to spit out every bit of air. I want you to be comfortable when you start to hold your breath. So a nice exhale that's comfortable, and then you're going to hold it, okay? I'm going to time us. You're just going to make it as long as you can. That's up to 1.5 minutes on an empty lungs, right? It sounds really long. It's not actually, because we're going to really boost the amount of oxygen in your blood, and CO2 is going to be low, so you can last quite a long time. It's kind of like what divers do before they dive deep, right? So 30 breaths, hold on the exhale, 1.5 minutes, you can breathe whenever you feel like you need to. And then we're going to do a recovery breath, which is an inhale, an exhale, and we're going to hold it for another 30 seconds, okay? And that'll be it. We're just going to do one round. Highly recommend you go find this on your own and do multiple rounds, do 2 or 3 rounds. And yeah, I want to know how you feel after it. I think you'll feel pretty good. So just one round right now. I'm going to breathe kind of loud, and I want you to try and stay with me, okay? So here we go. 30 breaths in 3, 2. Got it. That was weird. Okay. Sorry, let's restart. Exhale all your air. And here we go. Inhale. Keep going. Good. Loud for me, loud. I'm counting for you. Keep breathing. 16, 17. Keep going. In, out. 18. 25. 26. Start to wet your lips, wet your mouth. 28. 29. 30. Get your mouth all wet. One last exhale. In, out, and hold your breath on that exhale. Good. It should be a comfortable exhale. And again, you're holding as long as you can. try and push it a little bit, okay? I want you to try and push it a little bit with how long you hold your breath. Make yourself a little bit uncomfortable. You'll tingly, it's all good. Through your body, your fingertips, your legs, it's all part of it. Might be able to feel or heal your heartbeat, excuse me. All part of it. As long as you can here. And again, when you need to breathe, you just do that recovery breath and then one more exhale. You pass 45 seconds. You are at 1 minute. Again, if you need to, do that recovery breath and hold it again for 30 seconds. Nice. Let's do that recovery breath. Big in, even if you already did it, do it again with me. In and big exhale. And then another short hold. Another short hold. And then when we're done with this, I want you to just sit there with your eyes closed or open, or you're laying down, and just breathe normally in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just breathe normally to yourself, just checking in now, okay? Big, long inhales and exhales. Nice. So keep hanging out for a second. I'll just throw a little bit more info at you. And that is that normally you can do 2 to 3 rounds of that, and it'll increase that feeling. And again, this is useful for calming yourself down if you have a speech to give, or you have to talk to somebody that you're anxious about, or I've done it before going to bed, and it puts me right out. I go right to sleep after doing that. I typically do 2 rounds when I do that. So far in my life, this breathing technique, which is the Wim Hof method, again, so if you go online and just look up Wim Hof breathing, you can find the first YouTube video that pops up will be probably his, and he'll do the same thing that I did. He'll instruct you through at least 1 round, if not multiple, and it's from the man himself. So highly recommend that. Yeah, hopefully you got a little taste of it right there. It's pretty helpful. Not very fun in the moment, but interesting in the moment, right? Nice work.
I
Thank
like
you, Pete.
interesting, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hope you guys have a good week. Or I guess we'll see you Friday.
You got it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Good to see
Thanks,
you.